Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Nick. This is FilmQuest. Today we are watching Inception. Now, I've never seen this movie. I know all the memes and whatnot, and you know, saying something so-and-so is like a Inception. So I know what it means. I know it's like a dream within a dream within a dream within a, you know, a thing within a thing within a thing. I've seen the Rick and Morty episode making fun of it, but I never actually sat down and watched the movie. It was just one of those things I missed out on growing up, even though it was a huge thing during, oh geez, I want to say high school. When did this come out? 2010. Well, whenever I was a young adult. I don't really have an excuse for it, so I just didn't go to the movie theater super often, so I missed out on a movie if it wasn't like a Marvel movie, which I was really into. Just didn't go to the movies all that often, so I missed out on a lot of really great films in the past decade or so. So I'm looking to correct that a little bit. This is a big one. It is, what is this, Christopher Nolan? Yeah, this is a Christopher Nolan film. I know this came out like right after the Dark Knight movies were blowing up, pretty much establishing him even more. If he was before then, I don't actually know. Before we get into it, if you could like the video if you liked it, subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate anything you guys can do to help. Leave a comment. That's huge too. Appreciate everyone's support on that. But without further ado, let's get into it. I already don't know, is this a dream or is this the guy that just washed up? There's a guy just washed up carrying a gun and whatever that is. Hey, is that Ken Watanabe? Great actor. Sounds just like him if he is.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate. An idea
Okay, so
formed, fully understood.
this is many years earlier.
What's going on up there?
Are they in a dream right now? Or was the other one real? And it's okay. Yeah, I can. I'm already lost. Okay, so this is the real world. It's kind of affecting the dream world. I'm getting a Batman vibe from the score here. Oh, she got up. Or she disappeared. What the hell? Okay, so he jumped through his dreams to get the location of the safe. Oh. Oh, we're asleep right now.
I want to know that.
Oh. That's one way to do it. This is intense. Okay, so they wanted to steal that envelope to get information from his dream. Okay, so they didn't have to steal it in real life. I see how they're doing this. Okay, that's cool. Stealing information instead of something physical. Oh, I'm impressed with the effects here of everything falling apart. That seems all practical. Oh, he's up. Oh shit. He had a fast exit strategy. That's cool. Oh, what did you do? Okay. How'd they get in here? How'd they get him? During the riot, I guess?
This apartment, how did you find it?
Oh, it's his apartment. What the hell, man? So they're in a dream, and a dream, and a dream? Or is this a whole nother place? I'm getting the whole Inception thing now.
I'm still dreaming.
Okay, so this is the plan.
Not in your dream, or in mine.
Oh.
Listen, every man for himself.
So they're chalking that up to a failure? What's the point of that again?
James, we talked about this.
That's weird. So she's a ghost or something in his dreamscape? I might be too dumb for this movie. Oh, shit.
Inception.
Inception. You said the thing.
If you can steal an idea from someone's mind, why can't you plant one there instead?
Oh, that's interesting.
Would you like to go home? To America? To your children?
Oh, what happened with America? Planning an idea that he can go back to America?
I need a guarantee. How do I know you can deliver?
You don't. But I can. Do you want to take a leap of faith? Or become an old man?
Ken Watanabe is so good. So good. Love watching him always.
Just have to go deep enough.
You don't know that.
I've done it before.
Oh. Interesting. So it's like a heist movie, but instead of a heist, we're putting something in somebody's head and heisting their mind. This is nuts.
Never did like your office, did you?
Good lord, this is like too connected to Batman.
Extradition between France and the United States is a bureaucratic nightmare, you know that?
What did he do?
Give to the kids when you have a chance.
It'll take more.
Is this his grandfather? Or his father?
Design it yourself.
Ma won't let me.
It's his wife, right? What's going on with that? Circular maze.
I like it.
Changing the geometry. I'm too hyper focused on this movie to make sure I don't miss anything.
Things, they feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually strange.
It's true. Happens to me all the time.
Well, we just came from the,
Oh,
How did you get here?
they're in a dream right now.
Where are they gone?
Oh, dreamscape's collapsing. Oh, that didn't look great.
It's a training program for soldiers to shoot and stab and strangle each other and then wake up.
No, interesting.
Your mind functions more quickly, therefore,
Right.
it seems to feel more slow.
Oh. Is she doing this? I see where Doctor Strange got the inspiration. Ugh, that looked a little weird.
Fighting an infection.
like they're gonna attack us?
Oh.
Just you.
Oh. Because they're in his dream. Oh. What happened there? It just collapsed on itself? They're not looking at her anymore. They're just straight up just gonna kill her? Oh.
She'll need a totem.
What?
Totem, it's a small
That's
personal
some
So that's a spinner thing.
object, potentially heavy, something you can have on you all the time that no one else
like a
knows.
coin?
No, it needs to be more unique.
So that he knows it's real. They can't fix it. Yeah, they can't predict it. So he's gone too deep before.
We need a forger.
So we got an architect, and we're going for a forger now. Jesus Christ. More Batman people.
It's really at the mercy of your subject's prejudice, you see. What you have to do is start at the absolute basic,
Which is what?
the relationship with the father.
Right, you gotta make him not like his father.
Once you've lost your tail, man at the bar,
Oh.
Price on my head, was that dead or alive?
don't remember. See if he starts shooting.
That's funny.
My God, it's you, isn't it? No, it isn't.
Oh, they got guns. Yep. Must be dead. Oh, crap. Oh, my God.
Careful left, Mr. Cobb.
Oh, he's here.
I need to protect my investments.
Personally?
See?
Oh. Very cool.
Sex.
They're still together?
No.
She's dead.
2 levels. 3.
No.
How many team members? 5.
6.
He's a chemist, so they need a chemist. He's a chemist. Oh, wow.
Are you alright?
Oh, trying to make sure it's reality. He's definitely gone too deep at some point.
I don't want to bother him unnecessarily.
Oh, come on. Is that who I think it is? Oh my god, it is.
I am impressed.
Your condescension, as always, is much appreciated, Arthur. Thank you.
Just making her totem.
She'd spin it in the dream, it would never topple. Just spin and spin.
Oh, interesting. But he told her.
In case you bring Maul in. You can't keep her out, can you?
Oh, interesting.
Why can't you go home?
Yes, tell us.
Because they think I killed her.
Oh. Okay, was she somebody important?
For catharsis. We need Robert Fisher to have a positive emotional reaction to all this.
Very fascinating.
We'll have to combine it with an extremely powerful sedative.
Okay, I think I'm finally following everything.
It's a week, the first level down. 6 months, the second level down, and third level.
It's 10 years.
That's a long time.
However deep the sleeper still feels falling.
Oh, that's cool.
have to buy out the entire cabin and the first class flight attendant.
I bought the airline.
Yeah, that'll do it. Is she going in there with him? What is she hoping to find? Oh my god. Oh. That same beach.
What's done there that you regret?
Listen, there's only one thing you need to understand about me.
Very interesting. Whole building of memories.
This is
The real world.
Why's she freaking out? Oh, she's going to see the thing. That's fucked up. What happened here? Well, it's so creepy.
Promise.
What the hell? Does he have her subconscious trapped down there or something? That was crazy. Got his passport.
Must have dropped it.
Oh, I see. Oh.
He was my father.
Are they already dreaming?
There you go.
Oh, nope. Now that's how they're gonna put him under. So they're gonna have to live through that 10 years?
Couldn't have peed before you went under. Sorry.
Bit too much free champagne before I can use it.
I'll bloody pop.
Walk away.
Okay, alright.
Maybe we could share.
Maybe not. Can you pull over, get this?
Oh.
Great.
Seems a little nonchalant about being kidnapped. It happens all the time. Oh, crap! What the hell?
There's $500 in there.
What the hell is
More
that?
than that. So you might.
What's going on? I'm very confused. What's going on? What the hell? Is this like white blood cells? He got shot? Oh, is he gonna leave the dream this early?
Objections, they've been trained for God's sake. You're right.
How could he be trained?
Fisher's had an extractor teach his subconscious to defend itself, so
Oh, okay, that's crazy.
What do you mean it won't wake
It won't
him
wake
up?
him
When
up.
we die in a dream, we wake up.
Not from this.
What?
Decades. It could be infinite. I don't know. Ask him. He's the one who's been there.
just get him upstairs.
Wow. Wow, okay. That ups the stakes quite a bit.
Be lost in limbo till our brains turn to scrambled egg.
Yeah, that's highly unfortunate.
Go 3 layers deep.
Now it's turning back on him.
About this, and when I said and went, when he promised you half his share?
No.
Yes. Oh.
Guarantee you. You have no other choice but to continue on and do it as fast as possible.
How do you get? But how are you gonna hide for 10 years on the next one?
What's that?
Limbo is gonna become your reality. You're gonna be lost down there so long that you're gonna become an old man.
Filled with regret.
Something he experienced.
Disappointed.
Disappointed.
Hours could turn into years down there. That we could get trapped so deep that when we wound up on the shore of our own subconscious, we lost sight of what was real.
He went too deep, yeah. Right. But what happened to her?
How long were you stuck there?
Something like 50 years.
50 years. My God. So he lived a whole life.
Changed everything. That our world wasn't real.
Oh.
She needed to wake up to come back to reality. That
So it was the real world, but she was convinced it wasn't the real world.
the plan on our anniversary.
She's gonna kill him? Murder suicide?
Inside, come on. Step back inside so we can talk about this.
We've talked enough.
Why does she think it's still a dream?
I filed a letter with our attorney explaining how I'm fearful for my safety.
Oh, that's why they think she was killed by him.
Where you hope this train will take you.
They're waiting
We
for
can't
us!
know for sure
Whoa! Look at me!
that it does.
That's the train? Oh, I see. This is the memory of trying to see the kids' faces one last time.
We have to move.
Uh-oh.
How are you going to reconcile them if they're so estranged?
Well, I'm working on that, aren't I?
Going to the second level. This is one of those movies that just makes you think, man, like... Wow, it's so trippy.
You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
It's got a bigger gun. Yeah, that'll do it. Nice.
To his father about exposing his godfather's true nature. We should charge Fisher a lot more than Sides over this.
Funny way to make friends. Someone stealing your wallet like that.
So now you've noticed how much time Cub spends doing things he says never to do.
Yeah, that's true.
You look a bit back, yeah? Very amazing, Mr.
Okay, so he's on the first level, they're on the second level. Yeah, he's starting to feel that gunshot on this level. Oh my God, this is a meme. I know this meme.
Conscious, secure.
Yeah. No, that's from him. That's his subconscious. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Ooh, glass to the face. Still hurts. Oh, water.
Strange weather, isn't it? Because
They're still looking at us.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
That's awesome. A lot of slow motion in this movie. Uh-oh.
now the easiest way for you to test yourself, I'm a projection of your subconscious.
So he's
Sent here to protect
he's
you.
back in.
Extractors tried to.
So if the kids are here, where's the wife? With the other people? Oh, no, don't do that. That's a bad idea. Ooh, that was a close one.
Van will be in free fall. Can't drop you without gravity.
Right.
Yeah, interesting.
Hey, I see you've changed.
Sorry?
I'm sorry. I'm Mr. Careful fan.
Oh.
Starting to suspect his motives the way we want him to. Shh.
Okay.
We'll enter his subconscious and find out what he doesn't want you to know.
Third level.
Be a part of our team. He's gonna help us break into his own subconscious. That's right.
That's crazy. What's this?
Cop, what's down there?
Oh, okay, the third layer. Ooh, glass again. Glass in the eyes. Oh, ho, ho, ho. This is getting intense. Ooh. Wow, this is nuts. They're free falling, right? That's not good. This is crazy. Is he gonna get it too late? Ooh. Nice. That was a crazy scene. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Oh. Woo! Lucky. Unless he planned that. Oh, music's picking up here. Oh, he's bleeding pretty bad still. Or is he dead? No, he needed the music to signal him so that he could do the thing for them. I kind of want to rewatch that Rick and Morty episode now. I feel like this would be way funny. It'd be way funnier. Nice. It's getting very intense on many levels. So he's got seconds, he's got minutes, they've got an hour. Oh, the staircase thing. That's awesome. Oh, he's got to get there before the free fall. That's not good. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, how does he? The zero-G fighting is cool, man. It looks so good, too. I wonder how they managed to do it. Sleeper hold. How is it gonna drop them in zero-G, though? That is definitely an issue.
Does this strong room have any windows?
Oh, I mean, it wouldn't be very strong if it did.
So Fisher likes what he finds.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Ooh. Explosions! That's trippy. That's just ridiculous. Is it his wife? It's his wife. Oh, no. Too late. Oh, that's how he's gonna do a drop. So they're going into a dead guy's mind, or they're going into his mind? Or they're going into the void, whatever. Wow, it's all crumbling. Yeah, it is his mind. This is what they created. Wow. That's cool. Wow, it's... Wow, that's crazy.
There's something you should know about me. About Inception.
Now he's gonna tell her.
Admit it. You don't believe in one reality anymore.
Don't.
So choose to be here. Choose me.
Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, like once you go deep enough, like what is reality? It's what you perceive to be real. How much time are they gonna have?
The truth.
What truth?
The idea that caused you to question your reality came from me.
Oh, he incepted her. That's why I feel so guilty.
New Inception was possible was because I did it to her first.
On purpose?
That her world wasn't real.
To get them out of this?
Now tell me why!
Because you'll be together!
Because we'll be together.
That idea would grow in her mind like a cancer that even after she woke.
Okay. So he did it to get her to wake up.
You betrayed me. But you can make amends. You can still.
That's awful. That was his big gun. Oh, is he dying?
If I stay here, will you let him go?
What are you talking about?
Well, defeat
Where's on the porch?
defeat the whole purpose.
How you can't do this?
Go check he's alive right now.
He's doing all this to get to his kids. You gotta be tricking her somehow.
I can't stay with her anymore because she doesn't exist.
I'm the only thing you two believe in.
He's forgiving himself.
You were the best that I could do, but I'm sorry, you're just not good enough.
Ooh.
And there, now, go, 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 go.
Oh, jeez. This is intense. Ah! Okay. There it is. What's gonna happen? This is the idea they're gonna plant in his head.
Was disappointed that you tried.
Oh, there it is. That's all I needed. Well, what happened at the bottom? And then they're gonna wake up another one, and they're gonna wake up. Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do, Uncle Peter.
It worked. Yeah, where is he? Oh, is this from the beginning?
Someone from a half-remembered dream.
Someone from a half-remembered dream.
To convince me to honor our arrangement.
Okay, so he remembers. Huh. So he's lived his whole life down here. The cop did. He shot him. So this worked, but where's Saito? I've heard this music before. He's up. Okay, he's awake. And he remembers. Yeah, he's making the call. Yeah, he got through. Woo! I've heard this music somewhere. I don't know from where. His father. It didn't stop. Oh, I saw their faces. Oh no, is it real? It's not real? It's gonna fall? Oh, we're just not gonna know. Okay. Yeah, fine, sure. All right, that was Inception. That was a really good movie. I really enjoy, like, with Everything Everywhere All at Once and things of that nature, just like the Matrix, like what is reality exactly? Like what is it? Is it what we perceive it to be? Like if it's real, if we perceive it to be real? Yeah, gosh, what? It's very trippy. So they went 3 layers deep to trick this heir to this empire, business empire, essentially, to dissolve it. And they had to do that by saying it was his father's wish to not follow in his footsteps. So they had to take the idea and percolate it down to its most base form to get it to change in them. And we had all this crazy stuff with his wife, this kind of mystery of what happened to her just slowly getting revealed as this entire heist is going down, as the mind is like rebelling against them. It's a very cool concept. It turns out they experimented too much and got essentially caught in a dream world of their own making, and they couldn't wake up from, and they spent decades just building their world together, and then eventually waking up the real world. But his wife thought it was still a dream reality and was telling him to wake up, and eventually killing herself and trying to plan it to get him to kill himself too, which causes him to have to run from the States essentially and just be on the run as a fugitive away from his kids. And then we learned at the end that he incepted the idea that reality wasn't real in her to get her out of that dream world with him, but it went too far and it did the same thing in the real world to her. And then they do that little shot at the end where it's not telling us whether or not it was real, because we've seen him spin that top multiple times to kind of show you his grasp on reality, but he spins it and then it just cuts back and it doesn't even, it looks like it's starting to stop, but you don't know. And at that point I don't even think he cares anymore. He's kind of healed from his trauma and saw his kids again. So I mean, at that point, does it matter if it's real or not? I don't know. I think that was a really cool choice to have him spin the top and then just kind of walk away from it, just not caring. At least that's what I perceive it to be. It could be something else. I love the music in this. I've definitely heard that track at the end somewhere. Somebody used it for some video that I watched or something. I don't know. Maybe it's something really really obvious that everyone else kind of knows about. But I've heard that track before and have not seen this movie. So it was really jarring seeing everybody from the Dark Knight series, literally everyone, pop up in this movie. To the point where it's oh my god, it's this guy. Come on. But I guess when you're Christopher Nolan and you got all these actors you like working with and you've got a movie going, and might as well they're talented people, let's hire them. Yeah, I can't get a firm grasp on the exact message here about reality, or if it's or dreams. It's maybe a message of our subconscious and how ideas can be planted. It's just a very fascinating look at how the mind works in a way that they could just show us, the architects building the mindscape, and then the chemists putting them to sleep in the correct way. What a crazy movie. That was really good. Yeah, I believe the hype on this one. I could see how it got so huge when I was younger. Yeah, let's get into some fun facts here and learn just a little bit more about this movie. Okay, so Christopher Nolan toyed with the idea of making Inception a horror movie. That's interesting. I mean, there was definitely some horror elements that you could definitely make this a pretty entertaining horror film, I think. He originally came up with the idea in the early 2000s after he finished making Insomnia, originally considered using the same concept but as a horror film. Main character and Inception each represent a key part of the filmmaking process. Sorry. Okay, each character represents a vital part of the film industry. The point man, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, is the producer, the architect. Ellen Page is there's been some changes there. I'm not up to date on them, but the production designer, the forger, Tom Hardy, is the actor. I saw that with the actor, yeah. And the mark is the audience. That's interesting. Because wrestlers call fans marks. And Leonardo DiCaprio is a stand-in for the director. Okay. Giving him obvious parallels to Nolan. I can lose myself in my job very easily. Wow, that's an interesting way to look at that. Yeah, that's absolutely... It all makes sense. Christopher Nolan didn't research dreams while writing the screenplay for Inception. Really? He took a similar approach to writing a movie about dreams as he did to writing Memento, a movie about memory. Okay, he primarily used his own experiences and feelings rather than outside information. Wow, there's a lot of thought put into that then, because it seemed like he had a very deep understanding of the mind and how it dreams. I think a lot of what I find you want to do with research is just confirming things you want to do. If the research contradicts what you want to do, you tend to go ahead and do it anyway. So at a certain point I realized that if you're trying to reach an audience, being as subjective as possible and really trying to write from something genuine is the way to go. Okay, that's pretty cool. Christopher Nolan had to convince the studios that the various dream layers in Inception would be as minimally confusing as possible. He told them one of the dream levels is in the rain, one of them is at night, interior, one is outdoors in the snow. Even in a close-up, you would be able to tell which level you were in it as you cross-cut. That is true. This whole movie was really trippy, and it took me like a bit of time to get into it. Not get into it, but like kind of understand everything that was going on. But once we got to the dream levels, I could very easily discern what was going on between the three. That's a good little idea to do, is make them three completely separate things, separate times of day and weather and everything, so you can easily tell. Okay, Inception's casting decisions revolved around Leonardo DiCaprio. Nolan knew that he wanted Leonardo DiCaprio for the role of Cobb, so according to him, we were just trying to cast the best people I could find for those parts who felt right around Leo. Really? Because I feel like he just cast everybody in the Dark Knight series. This involved casting a young ensemble because Nolan wanted to get a young, energetic cast around him who wouldn't make DiCaprio look younger. Leonardo DiCaprio worked with Christopher Nolan to make Inception more character-driven. Okay. Once Leo came on board, I spent months and months sitting with him and discussing the script. He made some extraordinary contributions to the script and really challenged me to make the script clear, but also to follow its interior logic and really be true to the essence of the character and the rules we set out. Nolan's wife and producing partner, Emma Thomas, said that the work DiCaprio did on his character with Chris made the movie less of a puzzle and more of a story of a character audiences could relate to. Yeah, I think whatever they did paid off in dividends, because it was crazy having this whole thing of implanting a suggestion into somebody's head, implanting a memory, or not implanting a memory, but changing somebody's mind essentially, incepting them. Would have felt really disjointed when it was intercut with his trauma and what's going on with him, but it really worked on all levels, and I think a lot of that has to do with the character work. Christopher Nolan considered filming Inception in 3D. I hate 3D. I hate 3D. I hate 3D. I wear glasses. I've worn glasses for a long time, and this was before. I think now maybe the 3D glasses are kind of built to kind of hold glasses there, but wearing two pairs of glasses is essential. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, and I hate 3D. Nolan determined that they would be too restricted by the technology after filming. They almost converted the movie through 3D in post-production, but there simply wasn't enough time. Good. Christopher Nolan wanted the explosion in Inception to look surreal rather than the standard Hollywood orange flames. So they used high-pressure nitrogen, which they could set off near the cast. Right, so this is kind of the thing I think with when a movie gets too CG heavy, is like when we let an explosion off behind an actor, you get a very different reaction from when he is standing in front of a green screen and someone yells explosion. True, even if you're an actor, like the explosion's gonna get the better performance every time. 10 times out of 10. More debris was added and the explosions were enhanced in post-production. Right, but still just having something real there is gonna work 10 times better. So my philosophy is if you can do it for real, or at least mostly for real. The paradoxical stairs in Inception were inspired by the art of M.C. Escher. Nolan wanted to build a paradoxical staircase that worked, but it wasn't possible, so they built a staircase that just ended abruptly in order to make them look like a paradox on camera. Cool. The crew turned to his visual effects team. According to Paul Franklin, the visual effects supervisor, these steps have to be built in such a way that when you view them from one angle, the topmost level of the staircase lines up with the bottommost level of the staircase. Right, and so what visual effects is able to do is we're able to make computer models of this and work out exactly the dimensions of the steps that have to be built and whether the camera has to be in three-dimensional space to be able to film it. Interesting. Christopher Nolan's production team built sets that shifted and rotated for Inception. Okay. During the scene in which Cobb explains to Fisher that they are in a dream, he proves it by letting the room shake and shift. To pull it off, the crew moved the set 25 degrees while filming. See, if you can do it for real, do it for real. Without any of the props moving, the entire set would be shifting. DiCaprio said we had to hold on to the actual set so we didn't slide off. Cool. For the scenes in which Arthur is floating around the hotel without gravity, Joseph Gordon-Levitt wasn't acting in front of a green screen or placed in zero gravity. The crew actually built the set so it could rotate a full 360 degrees. Then they would suspend Gordon-Levitt from a wire to get their shots. It took 500 people in 3 weeks to film all those scenes. Wow. Gordon-Levitt only used a stunt double for one shot. Dude, hats off to him. Oh my god, that is impressive. There was something about that scene that just looks so great. I was like, they can't just be CGIing this. It just looks too good. And wow, they literally had to build a set that rotated 360 degrees around him and hung him from wires. That's insane. Inception's actors had an easy way of telling which level of the dream world they were supposed to be in during a particular scene. It was easy to orientate which dream sequence I was in because of my costume. If in doubt, I could just look at my shoes and say, oh, I know which stream I'm in. Inception's mountain set was built into a side of a mountain. The set built into a mountainside in Alberta had no snow at the time. In fact, the crew was starting to get concerned that they wouldn't end up having any snow by the time the shoot started. The art department kept sending us pictures of mud. Thomas said the week before we went up there, we still had no snow. But that wasn't a problem for long. They ended up shooting in the middle of a blizzard after the biggest storm of the decade. Wow. There you go. Sometimes you just get lucky. The Inception scene in which the vans fall off the bridge in slow motion took months to shoot. Wow. Okay, I don't know. According to Delip Rao, who played the driver Yusuf, we better shoot it on, or we'd shoot it one day, go off and shoot something else, then shoot another piece of the van. It was so complex, and there were so many locations and so many different moves I have to do. It's the stuff that makes or breaks that last sequence. For the underwater portions, actors were holding their breath for up to 5 minutes at a time with the occasional top off from a scuba tank. Wow, that's insane. As for how they got the van to fall off the bridge, it was shot out of a cannon. Though many special effects were handled on set, Christopher Nolan still had a lot of work to do in post-production on Inception. For instance, Franklin said getting the bits and bobs to fall out of the hotel cleaning trolley in zero gravity, that's one guy, months of lonesome work, and a team of CGI specialists working on the Limbo City scenes with DiCaprio and Page for 9 full months. Yeah, like there's a lot of practical stuff with this movie, but there was still a ton of CG. Wow, this is impressive. Christopher Nolan finished both early and under budget. That is insane to me of a movie of this caliber. He actually prefers the constraints that time and money give him, so he makes a serious effort to be efficient when it comes to filmmaking. Yeah, that's true. So like, I think being limited, especially in the filmmaking sense, being limited by something pays off dividends, because then you have to like come up with creative solutions, and then stuff happens by accident, just like accidental things that are just, wow, we should do this. To get around stuff like that. Like having too much creative freedom kind of can stifle things a bit. So that's a really good thing he does that I think really pays off with him. Christopher Nolan hasn't said much on Inception's ambiguous ending. In 2010, Nolan told CNN that the film was intentionally left that way, so he has no desire to add to the conversation. There can't be anything in the film that tells you one way or another, because then the ambiguity at the end of the film would just be a mistake, he said. Okay, it would represent a failure of the film to communicate something, but it's not a mistake. I put that cut there at the end, imposing an ambiguity from outside the film that always felt the right ending to me. Michael Caine has his own interpretation of the ending that he hasn't been shy with, though. He claims that the ending is undoubtedly real, not a dream. The spinning top drops at the end. That's when I come back on, Caine told Screen Rant. If I'm there, it's real, because I'm never in the dream. I'm the guy who invented the dream. That's an interesting way to put that. Yeah, I guess so. Film scholars have a lot of different theories about Inception. Some of these include it was all a dream, Saito is the actual architect, and Cobb is dreaming / not dreaming / dead at the end of the film. Okay, yeah. So that's just some interesting things about the movie. Definitely makes me appreciate a lot more, actually. That's I love movies that try to do as much practically as possible. Like that's what I love about films. Like Jurassic Park, for example. I could watch the making of that movie over and over and over because it's just so fascinating. And it makes me like appreciate that movie way more and watch it again and again and again. But I love this movie. I thought it was absolutely great. It did 2.5 hours. I was never bored. which can be a problem when movies start getting to that length. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you thought. I appreciate all the support. Thank you.